Hello, and welcome to the We Get to Do This podcast. My name is Kaylee.
And I'm Jacob.
And we are your co-hosts.
In this show, we're going to dive into all things our lives, from our partnership to romance to entrepreneurship to growing our businesses together, our fitness journeys, and we're going to have a ton of different guests on that relate to what I just said in some way. We're hoping you enjoy the show, and if you do,
please feel free to follow us, leave us a 5-star review on wherever you listen to your podcasts, and enjoy.
And if you don't like the show, tough. Thank you.
Ooh, that intro. Damn.
That's slick. Who did that?
I did. No big deal.
You're
Are we
amazing.
recording? Is this mic good to go and everything?
Yeah, we're good to go. This is
That
it.
intro, we look actually professional now. I think it's time we start bringing on sponsors. So if you're listening to this and you want to sponsor a couple budding entrepreneurs in some way, whether that's through a product, through coffee, through a website builder, coffee,
Our monthly Riverside
something.
subscription.
We're looking shoes, Mount to Coast. If you want to sponsor this podcast, I would love that. Ben Blankenship, reach out to us. I know you're listening. We just saw you at Black Canyon. So yeah, here we are.
We've only been asking for a while.
Yeah, but I feel like we haven't actually done anything. I do feel like we could get a sponsorship somehow. We just haven't really I feel like we need to work it to get one.
Yeah.
So we should sit down and we should think about all the products we're using and just reach out to them and say, will you sponsor this? And I don't know what that means yet. So I guess Nutridyne they don't sponsor us, but they kind of sponsor us in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, you have an account with them and stuff. I mean, it's the product we give out. Anyways, can you believe we're on episode 80?
No, 80 is a lot. I mean, 70 was a lot, 60 is a lot, but 80?
Yeah,
a lot.
I mean, that is, what's the math on if every episode is roughly a half hour, 80 multiplied?
Let's be real, they're more like an hour. We talk a lot.
That's 1.67 days of content.
6-7.
Yo! That's crazy.
And now our listeners have dropped.
See ya. So this is episode
80.
80, and it's episode 5 of We Get to Catch Up. And our main catching up today, I think, is we're back. We just went to Arizona, and then we have a fun new 10 things, and we have a new idea for the 10 things as well. So,
yeah, we just got back in late last night. Now we're back on the mic. And if you have been following us since the beginning of time, you know that every 10 episodes we do a 10 things. And we're going to try something new where we do 10 things that we've been loving lately and 10 things that we recommend that we've been personally using for you all.
are you going right now? We're going into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, we're not saying anything about Arizona?
Well, I was thinking I was going to kick it off with, we can start with Arizona. That's fine.
No, go ahead.
I just thought we could kick it off and start with our products right off the
All
bat.
right, sweet. 10 things.
So, being in Arizona, I feel like we do a good job with staying hydrated and eating pretty well while we're gone. But one of the things I do miss is drinking lemon water every morning. And if you know us or know me, you know that's something that I am constantly advocating for. And as Jacob is holding up with creatine here, not to be salesy, but creatine is literally one of the most researched supplements that are on the market.
Behind protein powder. Number 2. At least it was last time I checked.
Oh, interesting. There's a lot of cognitive benefits. There's hormonal benefits. It's very good for women's health. And they keep coming out with more and more research as well. So it's not just for bodybuilders. And it just helps me to feel stronger during my lifts and during runs and thinking clear, better sleep. So we just like mix a scoop of this creatine into our lemon water every morning and make sure that you're drinking at least room temp or warm lemon water and not ice because you want to wake up your system in the morning with warmth and not putting cold on it directly. So while we were in Arizona, excuse me, we did spend a few days with my friends in Central Phoenix, and they had a lemon tree in the backyard. And so I got to cut up fresh lemon every morning and have fresh lemon juice. And it was so good. Like you can just feel your body waking up. And they were asking us, why we drink water. And my friend, I think she said she starts her first drink of water is at 2 in the afternoon. So, this is your reminder to do it first thing in the morning, before your coffee, before anything, because it helps wake up your lymphatic system. It's good for your digestive system. So, if you're a person that like suffers from constipation, I treat a ton of people for constipation, but it helps wake up the bowels in the morning. And you can also add like some chia seeds to it for some extra fiber if you really want to get the bowels going. Um, but yeah, I missed doing that having lemon water the last couple days because we were in Flagstaff at the end and didn't have access to lemon water. But even in our camper van trip this summer, we got lemon
Brought a little lemon
juice,
juice bottle.
and we even had that every single morning before we would run. And it's a game changer because, especially like back to constipation, I feel like so many people get super constipated when you're traveling. That's for a lot of different reasons, but one of them is you're not drinking enough. So this is a way to keep the bowels moving. So lemon water and creatine, that's my first one. Highly recommend every single morning.
Mine, as you can see, number one is
If you're watching.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, Spotify, or I believe now Apple has the capacity to watch, so everyone should be able to see this now. So switch to video on whatever platform you're on. We got new branding, and it looks so freaking sick for the pod and the future of this business and everything we're trying to grow around this platform. And, originally it was a way for us to connect our business, and now it's grown into so much more than that. And selfishly, it's a really fun endeavor that Kaylee and I are doing together now. I feel like we both help each other with our businesses, and ideally, Kaylee will be a run coach with Oak Endurance sometime in the near future, but this podcast has been the perfect way for us to do something together, truly to get together. And so it's been really fun building it and creating a space for people to build resilience in their body, mind, and life. So check it out. We get to do this.com. You can see we got a new little logo. The color scheme is new. And then this website is new, and you can learn why you should listen to us and what we're doing and how we're different from our relatability, our realness, and our resourcefulness, the 3 R's that we stand by. You can learn about us and, of course, learn how we met if you're curious and haven't listened to that episode yet. Kaylee probably knows it off the top of her head what episode that is. I think it's called Our Love Story Unfolds or something
I
like
think
that.
it's like 29,
Yeah.
26.
But you can listen, read about each one of us. You can see some reviews we have. And if you would like, you can become a guest on our show. And we are looking for new guests. So if you're interested, please check us out.
And reach out.
And then lastly, as we are making a push to grow this pod, reviews go a very, 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 very long way. Please, right now, I'm not kidding. A review for a podcast is like the easiest thing. You literally click pause and then just click 5 stars. You don't even have to write anything. It's crazy how easy it is. Like even like when we ask for reviews for our business, in my mind, it's also very easy. But that one you like, okay, I get it. You got to sign into Google. You got to write some words. It takes maybe 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes is a long time for some people. This takes 5 seconds. I'm not even bullshitting you. So please help us with that. That'd be very, very nice of you. We'd love you forever and ever. So yeah, check it out. New branding and the intro specifically as well. I'm very, very psyched about.
Can I talk about our next year and our brainstorming for our next event?
I think we should wait. I think we should wait to announce that.
Okay. Well, we have some exciting
sick,
things
though.
coming. along with this branding and just some upcoming we get to do this things. So stay tuned. We're pretty excited about it. That was another thing we worked on in Arizona. We did a little dreaming. So your hint is Arizona. That's all I can say right now. Yeah, our branding is sick. So go look at it. Please share. Jacob did an amazing job with who was her name again?
Lauren.
With
Yeah, we
Lauren.
should probably plug her. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lauren, French
Thanks,
Press
Lauren.
Creative. Check her out. She did my website. She's done the web or the branding for the pod now. She's incredible. My favorite thing about her is that when you work with her, you do a little virtual interview as well as this long in-depth questionnaire. It's super sick. And it almost felt like she was more invested into both Oak Endurance and We Get to Do This than I was. Like, it truly feels like she's like a part of the team, which is cool because she was not even a contractor. What's the word? You just pay her company to do it, whatever that would be, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but to make you feel like she was on your team and like learned and understood the business, that was pretty sick. So I highly recommend her for any branding. She's also an incredible copywriter. So check her out. French Press Creative, Lauren.
Thanks, Lauren. The second thing that I've really been into coming back from a week in Arizona is trail running. You all know I love trail running, but we got to we did a couple sick trail runs in Phoenix. We did one in Sedona, the Hangover Loop. That was so pretty. And we got to like scramble over red rocks and see some beautiful views. And we also got to outrun a truck going up the trail, so that was kind of cool. We literally passed them because it was like a pretty rocky trail, and you could like four-wheel Jeep, drive your Jeep and truck through it. So yeah, it turns out we're faster than a truck, so that's cool. And then we did a loop in Buffalo Park in Flagstaff, and you kind of forget how much altitude affects you. Um, when we were in the Tetons this summer, I don't know if it's because I was doing more heat training with like the sauna, but it felt a little easier when we were in the Tetons than it did in Flagstaff this time. And maybe probably coming from cold and just coming from zero altitude, not doing as much trail
We
running
also
lately.
we also drank way more than we like normally do, like the 4 days
Yeah,
leading up. So I feel like our bodies were a little dehydrated and just I felt hungover for
yeah. I
sure.
think there were a lot
Those 2 days
of
in Inks place.
things going on, but it was still cool, like to be able to run and in the mountains. And then we woke up yesterday to snow in Flagstaff, and we had thought about running there, but it was pretty cold and windy, so we ended up just driving back down to Phoenix because we were flying out of Phoenix last night, and then we did the Apache Wash Loop, and it was just kind of like a flattish trail through the saguaro cactus, and there's a bunch of wild flowers down there right now because they've gotten a lot more rain this summer and fall than they normally get, so the desert's, like, really pretty right now, and it was just I love trail running, I love being out in the sunshine, the people are so nice, we passed, like, a bunch of bikers, a bunch of retired people who were out there just, like, hiking and chilling in the desert, and I feel like we have really good conversations when we're out there, and I just feel so good after doing it, and it's just, like, so good on your body to switch things up with, like, movements, like, our ankles were going all over the place, our hips were twisting and turning, and we were talking to my friend too who, he's always had shin splints, and I don't know, I just feel like it's a nice way to, like, change your pattern of moving versus just, like, being on pavement and doing the same pace and course all the time,
Agreed.
and I love that Jacob is getting really into trails too.
Yeah, they're great. My second one, I'm going to call this variety and training. I've combined swimming, trail running, and zone 1 to 2/easy volume. That's something I'm really into right now. Um, yeah, I don't think there's a lot to say there, honestly. Swimming's freaking dope. I really like it. Check it out. And trail running is also really dope, echoing everything Kaylee just said. And I think that zone 1 to 2 heart rate training is very slept on. And I think most people don't do it. So, yeah, you should also check that out. I think that, a lot of times people are like shocked by the amount. I mean, I do a lot. And I feel like the reason I can get away with doing so much most of the time, I did get sick twice, though. Keep that in mind, and drop a marathon. So, but is because, especially in these base seasons, like I'm very diligent about majority of what I'm doing is just super chill and easy. And my heart rate's like 140 or lower. So yeah, I'm super into that right now. It's amazing how fit you can get off of that by just simply like running more, trail running more, swimming more, exercising more. And there's a time and place for higher heart rates, maybe 10-20% of the week, but most of the time I'm just vibing. Last week I literally went on the treadmill and played my Nintendo Switch for 45 minutes, and I hiked at a 10 to 15 degree incline. My heart rate was like 130, which is perfect. I sweat a ton and I just played Switch. It was great. So yeah, that's something I'm into.
Herbal formulas, herbs in general. I cannot recommend these herbs enough. And I think the Chinese folk who developed these thousands of years ago, in particular, there's one called Yuping Feng San. It's this formula that helps with your immune system and building up your immunity. So, as you guys know, I was in South America for a couple weeks last month, then Arizona, and I feel like I really hope I'm not hurting myself by saying all this right now. That's why I haven't wanted to even talk about it. But I feel like everyone got sick before Christmas, during Christmas, and then all of last month. Like people were dropping like flies, right? And yeah, Jacob included. I was taking my immunity herbs the whole time, and knock on wood, but I've not gotten sick. And I think, I mean, you need to have healthy insides too. And like, there's a lot more to it than just this. But man, I took these like leading up to leaving for South America. I took them while I was out there, and I took it before this trip again and after. And they help so much. And I really feel like that was a huge part of how I didn't get the flu when Jacob was sick, when we were sleeping right next to each other, and you were literally coughing in my mouth while you were sick. So that's a big one. And then also, what happened to your screen?
I was hiding because you called me out.
That's actually a really funny story. I woke up at 2 a.m. I don't think we told this yet. I woke up at 2 a.m. one night to Jacob coughing in my mouth. And I like, my eyes open and I hear Jacob, I'm sorry. You felt so bad. I went to the bathroom and took some hand soap and I literally scrubbed like the outside of my mouth because I was like, I can't get sick. I'm leaving in like 2 days for South America. I cannot get what you have when
Not
I'm down
ideal.
there.
Not ideal.
And I didn't get it.
Not ideal.
But then even like last week, I started getting like kind of like a weird like scratchy throat at the beginning of the week. And then I took this other formula and then that went away.
Yeah, you and your herbs are wicked.
They're like, I know they work, but then every time I take them and they work, I'm like, wow, this is like phenomenal. So if you have any interest in herbs, I highly recommend seeing some kind of like herbalist or acupuncturist who practices herbs, or yours truly right here. I would be more than happy to give you some recommendations because they truly work wonders and I cannot recommend enough. But it is important to get ones that like actually fit with you and looking at like allergies and other medications and stuff that you're taking. So please don't just like go grab some off the shelf because that's not how they work. So, herbs, they're amazing. Oh, actually have this right here and you didn't mean to have this, but something called curing pills. These are our other favorite thing to take on trips. They come in these like little packets.
Those things go crazy.
They're like,
I should have put that as one of the things I'm into.
yeah, you should have. These are like basically like herbal Tums.
They're insane.
And
those and evil bone water. I should have put evil bone water.
yeah.
What am I thinking? Ugh.
It's okay. We'll do more of these.
Folk music? Who cares if I'm into folk music?
If your stomach is messed up, how are you supposed to listen to music?
It's true.
But no, they like settle your stomach for when you've had like a big meal and you feel like bloated, or if you've had like dairy, or if you're hungover, it helps like settle your stomach. And they're amazing for traveling and just like keeping at home. I always keep some like in the car in my backpack, and they truly help so much. And unlike Tums, they're not adding to the acidity of your stomach, which is cool. That's one that I basically will recommend to everybody though. So,
Yeah, Korean pills and bone water.
but
Yo, that should be in our welcome package.
yes. I love it. And if you want those, please reach out to me too, because if you didn't know, Amazon sellers don't have to be like certified or anything, and it can just be like it doesn't have to be the real thing. So please don't buy on Amazon. Please get again from like an actual acupuncturist or again me. I'd be
Yeah,
happy to help
because
you
you're
out.
also supporting Kaylee, and who doesn't want to support Kaylee?
Yeah, it actually does really help when you guys buy like Element herbs, carrying pills,
Yeah, it
Nutrivine
doesn't
stuff.
inconvenience us. It literally, we make money off it. It helps us. It's like we're a store. I've had clients been like, I didn't want to like inconvenience you, so I bought Element online.
Yeah.
And it's like, fam, you just spent $10 more and I didn't get like $5 or whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and we literally discount most of the stuff. Like, I want it to be cheaper than you can get online. So,
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we don't make much off it. Like I said, I think if we sell a 35 pack of Element, I think we make like 450,
yeah.
something like that.
But that being said, please buy from us.
So yeah, if we
Thank you.
sell 10 boxes, it's $45, which is like 10 trips to Starbucks. My number 3 is folk music. Specifically Cameron Whitcomb and Jonah Kagan. I think I can consider both them folk artists, but go check them out. They're not sponsors of the pod yet, but I'm very much in a folk era right now, so check them out. That's my third.
And speaking of folk, I just heard that Hippocampus is coming to Grandma's Marathon.
Folk? What is folk? That's a
If I
weird
didn't
word.
love it.
That's a weird word to say 5 times. Folk, folk.
Hippocampus. I guess they're technically a rock band. Alternative indie. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
indie is
It's like
if
acoustic
you're very
instruments.
musical, don't hate us. But
Yeah,
I mean,
Judah and the Lion is folk.
I feel like Indian folk are pretty
I mean, Noah
similar.
Khan is folk music.
But yeah, so they're gonna be at Grandma's for the 50th anniversary this summer, so that's gonna be sick.
Your number 4?
Yeah. Our families held a bridal shower for me last weekend before we left, and let me tell you, kitchen gadgets and having appliances that actually work and are good are a game changer and make cooking so much more fun. We have never owned an air fryer, and I've always been told how amazing they are, but there's a lot of, so, I like not having like chemicals and toxins and stuff. And unfortunately, a lot of air fryers are actually like pretty toxic for you. Um, so I've never wanted to get one, and I just didn't want to have an extra appliance laying around. But I got something called the Wonder Oven. We got something called the Wonder Oven. It is so nice. It's this like basically like this little mini oven that you keep on your counter, and it is an air fryer. It broils, it bakes, it can steam. It literally does it all. And we make these like we get the Sweet Lauren's cookie dough from Whole Foods, and you can make these cookies in like 5 minutes now because we make them every night. And instead of turning on your entire oven to warm them up, you can literally make it in your cute little Our Place oven. And oh, it's a toaster too, so we got rid of our toaster. One of my friends has one, and then I've seen like other influencers with them before. And I was always like, that looks really cool, but like, do I actually need it? And then my friend was like, I literally use it every single day and way more than my actual oven. So I put it on our registry, and man, I'm in love. I was thinking about it while we were in Arizona and how I was excited to get back to that. And then the other thing we got is a KitchenAid, and I've never owned a KitchenAid mixer. I feel like you're probably all a lot more aware of a KitchenAid, but also just like we're so excited to like bake and cook now.
Can I show them?
And sure, Jacob's gonna take you on a little tour of our apartment here. We have a little appliance area going on in the corner now.
This is the wonder of it. As you can see, fully functional.
And super cute color. I love like the tan beige. It's so cute.
This is the KitchenAid. Also a good color.
And then we have this beautiful like blue kind of like matte color. It's only found at Crate and Barrel, this special color. So, but if you don't like cooking, like find things that excite you about cooking. Find ingredients that excite you. Find kitchen appliances, whatever it is that gets you to cook. In my opinion, I mean, these were gifts, but I'd rather be spending money on food that excites me and appliances that excite me rather than like getting sick down the road because you're only eating out every single night. And turns out when you're eating at home, you can actually save a ton more money, even if you're buying like nicer ingredients. So shout out to our families for getting those appliances because I every time I walk in the kitchen, I'm like, wow, those look so good.
Yeah, I almost put home cooked meals as one of my top 5s, but
Well, I'm gonna make sourdough bread again this weekend. It's been a long time. I want to make some sourdough English muffins,
yeah, honestly,
and
just get yourself a Kaylee
they're gonna be made in
because
the
she's
KitchenAid.
crazy in a good way.
It's fun.
And I would not eat the way I would, or I would not eat the way I do without the help of her.
It just makes you feel good, and we have training to do. We're training for a marathon here.
I mean, that's the biggest thing. I can't. Truett Haynes, in one of his most recent videos, talked about this, and he's running way more than I am. But like, I just can't. One, I need to eat enough, but two, like, I've found that the better I eat, the better I feel. I have to be careful how I say that in today's day and age. But like, that's just the truth.
Eat real
So
food.
the
Eat
more,
whole
like, the better
foods.
I eat, I just feel better. I'm not saying you shouldn't eat not good things if you want to, I guess.
But the
'Cause I
majority of
also
your
do that. I
foods,
like ice cream. But here's the thing. When I eat ice cream, I pretty much always have an upset stomach the next day. Like to a T. So trade-offs.
eat things
I
that grow
still
from
eat
the
ice cream.
ground.
I'm super into this tallow face cream right now. They're also not sponsoring us.
Shout
But
out Sonia. We should
yeah,
have
shout out
Sonia on the
Sonia.
pod.
Look at my pores. See this? Like, they're like gone. Soft. Don't touch it.
Just wait till we microneedle your face.
Seriously, my face is like the softest it's ever been. And it's like I used to have red spots. They're like not there. That also, shocker, when I eat better, my skin looks better. So, yeah.
That goes a lot with what we're putting in our bodies is just as important as what we're putting on our bodies. So you need to pay attention, or please pay attention to the face creams you're using, the shampoo you're using, conditioner, soaps. And I know that can all be very overwhelming, but my recommendation is start with one thing at a time. When your next face cream runs out or your next laundry detergent runs out, find a better option.
The
And the tallow that Jacob's talking about is from my friend Sonia, but I really like the company Primally Pure as well. They have a lot of tallow-based products that are all organic, but you can find all of your products on a website called Environmental Working Group, EWG.org. And you can like literally search your products and see the toxicity level of them. So I do feel like that's extremely important, especially if you're trying to get pregnant, because products with fragrances are typically endocrine disruptors, which can affect your fertility and your hormones and just all the things. So it is important to keep that all in mind. And just one thing at a time, like I said, when it runs out, replace it with something else. And I love talking about products with clean products. So if you ever have any questions, please reach out because I would love to nerd out about that stuff.
And always remember that the body breaks down on the inside before it breaks down on the outside.
It's good.
Last two. Let's hit it.
I feel like I could do a lot, but I'm gonna go with taking work breaks. I feel like I travel a lot, but typically I work through the entire time and I'm like answering emails and I'm doing charts and I'm working on like CEU stuff and just like continuing to do so much work and like writing blogs. And I feel like with my last two trips to South America and to Arizona, I've done a lot better of a job just like enjoying and with when I have any downtime instead of immediately like going to my laptop and working or feeling like I need to work, I've been reading more or I've just been like sitting and enjoying. Like when we've been at coffee shops, we like play games and then we just like weird, but we just like sit and talk to each other. I'm realizing this sounds kind of lame. Um, but people don't do
We
that
do talk to
anymore.
each other a lot. It's kind of fun.
But people don't just like sit and talk anymore. People, you're on your phones or like having to do something. And I'm like super guilty of that too. But I've been doing a lot better job at just enjoying and not feeling like I have to work. And it's definitely a work in progress because as entrepreneurs, it's like you constantly have things you could be working on. But after being gone for a couple weeks in South America and not doing like a ton of stuff, I still took a call. But after not doing a lot, um, turns out it's not like my business shut down in those 2 weeks that I was gone. It's just, it didn't, just nothing really happened. And people still saw me when I came back and everything was fine. And I had like a huge mental break. So if this is you, I highly encourage you to take a vacation where it's like truly just a vacation and not one that you're just working through because the work will be there when you get back. And that's coming from people we love working. Because I was saying yesterday, like, it's not even that I don't want to work or that I don't enjoy doing these things, but it is important to have that mental break sometimes.
Yeah, I think it makes me realize that I take myself way too seriously.
That too.
Like, I missed a run coach plan for someone, and I didn't realize it until like Tuesday of our trip. And normally I have everything uploaded, but look, I'm not perfect, whatever. And they just like ran on Monday, just did their run. So, and I didn't, but they've been working with me for a while, and like they know that Monday's going to be an easy run. That always is, right, for them. And then I will. I'm not saying I should miss programming something. What I'm saying is that like I didn't even realize that, and I sometimes beat myself up so much, and I'm like, I have to get everything done. It's got to be a month ahead, and blah 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 blah, and like I'm just not that important. Like I have the privilege of being everyone's hobby. No one I work with is exercise their main number one. So it's like, I think it's good for me to remember that. So, speaking of uh, how great and accountable I am as a coach, LOL, I am excited to announce that the last thing, number 5 for me, that I am very into right now is a new step in my business and growth. Um, so as you may or may not know, and this could probably be a longer episode, Oak Endurance is currently just myself, me, and I, aka Jacob Oak, one person, which means theoretically I can only help so many people, depending on the way my business is set up. And I have found that the more personal training clients I do in person, the more drained I become, which again, that's just how like we can't we all have a battery. I can't work a bazillion hours. Right. So anyways, long story short, more on that can probably come in the future, but I'm releasing a new hybrid strength coaching plan, an option for clients, current clients, or people who are looking for something like this. I'm realizing that calling it hybrid strength coaching may make people think it's like the trend of like being in
Hybrid
hybrid
workouts.
athletes. Yeah, now that I'm saying this out loud. So I may honestly rename that. The reason it is called hybrid strength coaching is because We have a lot of run coaches in the area, but we don't have any strength coaches specific for runners that are online strength coaches. And so the idea of this service, as you can see on my screen here, I'm going to share my window one last time. Hybrid strength coaching basically mimics a run coach, but you get a little bit more. And so everything is in my Training Peaks app. Workout videos for you, specific workouts and specific days of the week, warm-up routine, etc. The strength. It's all of the strength that you need. But how do I keep it individualized, you may ask? Monthly in-person assessments with my 3D analysis. If we need the 3D, if we don't, it's fine too. But 1 hour session in person, and then everything else is the same as my run coaching. So it's just strength plan. You get unlimited contact with me. You get access to my weekly office hours, and you get the community chat, in-person events. It's $200 a month. If you're curious about what Training Peaks looks like, I probably can show that actually. I'm going to do that really fast without hopefully showing a
You can show
name.
me.
Well, you're not a strength coaching athlete though. I have to show a strength coaching athlete. And I'm just going to show their name and hope that they don't care. Can I share a different? Let's find out. Window. Share. Whoa, this is so cool that we can do this. How's that look?
Not
Maybe it's
great.
not going to work. Share. Okay, so we have to, I think we have to share within the same tab or same window. So I guess I can't because I have to switch to the other Google Chrome.
Just know that it's awesome.
Yeah, maybe I should like release a video for that though or something. But
Yeah.
if you don't know what Training Peaks is, feel free to reach out. I'll happily walk you through what it looks like. I can't because we're in the We Get to Do This Chrome browser right now, and I can't share in my Oak Endurance Chrome browser, I guess. But it's a sick app. It has workout videos. Looks like so on the phone. When you go into it here, there's workout videos for every single client I have. Yeah, take the guesswork out of it, y'all. But this is going to help me expand more, and it's also going to allow. I've never been the personal trainer that wants people to stay around forever. I'm very big on building independency. I understand that that's not the way that everyone wants to go, and so there are certain people that I do work with, on a weekly basis for I have been working with 4 years, and that's fine. However, this opens the door for the people that want to do something a little more cost effective. You still get a touch point to a person, not, and it's still tailored towards you. And then your workouts are still in here. And I finally got it. So boom, example workout here. You click start workout. There's videos for everything in here as well. It's pretty slick. You just click the little video button, tells you how many sets and reps to do. And then, there's a calendar view and syncs with your watch. So when you complete a workout, I get notified. There's comments. It's pretty sick. So, I feel like I've been talking for way too long. That's my fifth thing. Check it out. www.oakendurance.com/services.
So those are our 10 things. That's kind of, we might do that, keep that up every 10.
Yeah.
Minus our 100th episode because we need to do something super fun for that. That'll be a TBD thing too.
We should do our 100th episode live.
That'd be sick.
That's what we should do.
I do have an event actually that I can announce on April 4th. April 4th, we're having a group run from Performance Running Gym in St. Louis Park. Jacob and I are both Grandma ambassadors this year, meaning that we're ambassadors for Grandma's Marathon for the 50th anniversary. And there'll be Grandma's giveaways. Word on the street is that we're going to have an entry for both the 2026 and the 2027 Grandma's Marathon races. So just that alone, you should probably come. And probably some other things. So group run, the giveaways will start between 8:30 and 9, and then a group run from the gym at 9 o'clock that we'll be leading. So save the date, April 4th in the morning. We'll be talking about that more too in the next month, but get that on your calendar. What's your we get to do this moment?
That I get to help. How did I say this in Arizona? That I get paid to help endurance athletes and like read endurance books for my job.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking nuts to me still. So that's mine. What's yours?
Our trail run in Sedona.
That was so fun. It was a great run.
It was beautiful. And then a really close second was playing Catan like every night in Arizona.
Yeah, that was also lit.
I won a lot, but
Okay, 80 episodes down, 20 to go until we hit 100.
Thanks for
And
listening.
the 100th episode is going to be in person. If you want it to be, let us know. Comment below, leave a rating. Peace out.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, Kaylee, we made it through another episode. What do you think?
We would love if you would go give us a follow, a 5-star review, and comment on the episode and what you liked and what you'd like to see more of.
See you next time.
We get to do this.